So, what was you up to 75 years ago on the 22nd of January?
Well, it actually started on the 21st, on the Sunday morning. We went aboard a landing craft, a tank landing craft.
Where was that?
At Salerno.
Mm-hmm.
And then we set sail about midday, I think. Around about midday, we went out and everyone thought we was going to the south of France. That's where we thought we was going. We was, you know, chuffed because we thought, well, Christ, we're getting nearer home. We're going to land at the south of France. We knew we was going to do a landing somewhere. And at midnight, they called us together in groups and told us we was going to land at a place called Anzio, Peter Beach, which was about 4 miles outside of Anzio towards Rome. And 0 hour was 2 o'clock, and I went ashore with a jeep and a trailer at 2:30 or thereabouts, and we drove up the beach, and the engineers had made a gap in the wire with those old barbed wire, and there was, I don't know, two or three dead infantry blokes laid on the wire. They'd been blown up because when they went ashore, they hadn't got a gap made for them. They had to go through. Gordon Highlanders, I think they were, and the blokes standing the other side of them was Dennis Healy. I've got a photo of him in there, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
And he stood there waving his arms, come on, come on, come on, keep going, because that's sandy beach and the wheels are sort of slip and skidding. Come on, come on, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I went out, I didn't know where we was bloody well going, and there was when we got on the road, there was a crossroads, and there was someone don't know who it was, someone on the crossroads directed me down a track nearly opposite. And I went down this track about a mile, I suppose, and half a mile to a mile, and I stopped there, and the dispatch rider come up. There was only 3 of us, dispatch rider, a bloke named Cockline, who was a bombardier corporal, and we waited there, and after about 20 minutes the colonel come along who was with us, so that was our party, the colonel, dispatch rider, I was the colonel's wireless operator, and the bombardier, he was a dog's body, he'd got to do every bloody thing, poor bugger. And we waited there till daylight, and then when it got daylight, we moved down towards the coast again, towards Anzio, in a little field, very narrow little field, and there's spinney on the side, and we was pulled up beside this spinney, and we had to dig in there, and because as soon as it got daylight, the bloody German planes come along, machine gun on the road, the coast road was just about 50 yards long, and the bloody planes kept coming along, machine gunning, and this colonel say, "Why are you shooting at them? Why are you shooting at them? We'd only got Tommy guns." He said, "Why are you shooting at them? Why are you shooting at them?" Oh, the bloody good shoot, the bloody planes, they travel about 300 miles an hour. But we say, "Shoot at them, shoot at them!" went bloody through that. And so we'd only got, I think we had about 150 rounds, that's all we had each. And only 2 of us had got Tommy guns. Don R had only got a revolver. So we waited there. When the next bloody plane come over, we was with a Tommy gun. As if we'd hit the bloody thing with a Tommy gun. We used nearly all the ammunition up. Bloody stupid proud. And that was that then. And we drove later on in the day. We drove into Anzio itself, and then went inland up towards the main road into Rome. We went about 2 miles up there and stopped, and stayed there all the rest of the day.
Was Bernard with you?
No, he weren't. He never landed. He weren't in the assault force. There was only 3 of us.
Yeah.
And the Don R and the Cockline stayed behind just outside Anzio, and I went ahead with the colonel about 2 miles up, and he was wrecking for gun positions. We hadn't got any guns at that stage, and that night we had 4 guns landed, and that's what he was doing. He was wrecking positions for the guns along this main road. So that was all what happened to the first thing. All we had to eat was we had a little tin, a tin of 48 hours ration, so like a big biggish tin, like a mess tin, but with a lid on it, a sealed lid, and inside it was a few hard biscuits, 2 or 3 sweet biscuits, a few some compo tea, which is powdered milk and powdered tea, bloody horrible stuff, and a few boiled sweets, about half a dozen boiled sweets, and 2 or 3 sheets of toilet paper, and that's about all there was in it. And that's what we had for the first 48 hours. We had to live on that for 48 hours. So that was that, really. And the rest was just the next day when the guns landed, where they put them in a position up on towards what they called the flyover. And that was while I was there, the colonel pissed off and left me beside the road, and American tanks were landing. They come along, and they were all bunched up along on this road, and they stopped, and I thought, oh my Christ, they Germans see them, the bloody shells will come down in a minute, and I hadn't just thought that, and a bloody shell come down and landed only a few yards away from me, and that was just like someone putting a red hot sheet over your face, and of course that knocked my ass overhead. I went down, and when I got up, I was shaking like a bloody leaf. Every bloody bone in my body was shaking, I reckon. Christ, bloody tin apples flew off, and I jumped up, and there was an anti-aircraft gun about 50 yards away at the corner of this garden, and they were calling out, come on, Jock, and Christ, I ran to this bloody anti-aircraft gun. I'd have beat any bloody 100-yard record if anyone had timed me. Christ, I went across there, and the bloke say, he said, Christ, that was an air and jock, that was an air and jock. I said, bloody what was? And he said, have a fag. And he gave me a fag, and I put this fag in my mouth, and he held a match to it, and the bloody fag was going up and down. I couldn't light it. I was shaking so much I couldn't light the thing. And he said, give it to me, and he lit the fag for me, and he gave me, and I smoked the fag. And then I had to go. I went back to me Jeep because the wireless was still on. You see, and when I got back to the wireless, the truck, the aerial on the thing had been shot away exactly the same height as a little screw on top of your steel helmet, and that was exactly the same length and height as a screw on my steel helmet.
What was that, shrapnel?
Yeah, well, from this bloody shell. Crushed, yeah. I mean, you don't hear it coming. You just all you felt was this bloody bang, and when I near like that, you don't hear.
What were they shelling the tanks?
Yeah, I thought to myself. That's what I thought. I thought to myself, Christ, the bloody Germans, see them, the bloody shells will come down, and I had only just thought it, and Christ, they come down, this one come down, and that was right. That was only about the width of the straight road.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Right. Good.
All right.
Yeah.
This Edwards, the Donner, he'd got to go to the crossroads because we was about 4 miles outside Anzio, up towards Rome on the beach, and there was a little crossroads there, and he'd got to go on, wait for the gunners and bring the guns down to us. And there was a red cap on there, and he said, "You don't want to start there, mate." He said, "I'll do that for you. I'll do it." He said, "You can go back." And he come back, and the colonel said, "Where the guns? Where the guns?" And he said, "Oh, you're bloody," he said, "you can get shot, you can get shot. Desert your post, desert your post." He was the most ignorant prat you ever did see, the colonel. He was a bloody ignorant prat. He was a prat, he was. Everyone was frightened and like him. I didn't give a shit about him. I didn't worry about him. I got used to him. I knew him as well.
Was he the one who nicked all your biscuits?
Yeah, he was a brat who got me tin. We was driving along across this field, and he got me tin. I say, "Hey, what are you doing there, man?" He say, he took he took my sweet biscuits out and give me his bloody hard ones. Can't say nothing, can you? He's the bloody colonel. Yeah, bloody yeah. Took me sweet biscuits. And give me the same amount of bloody hard ones as a brat. There was another time we was in a farm. They were the places were like the land settlement, really, the nearest I could say.
Yeah.
Little farmsteads, like the ones at Capel, bigger than the ones at Lorford, like the ones at Capel, so many acres.
Capel?
Yeah, there's farmsteads at Capel, isn't there? There's one along Bentley Road, isn't there?
Oh, what? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, like limited. Yeah.
Little farm, I don't know, about 40 acres, I believe they used to have at Capel or something like that.
I know what you mean. Little cat, yeah.
They were like that. And oh, that's right, we was in this little yard, and there was some stacks of, I don't know, hay, corn or what, they ain't stacks like they are in this country. They were little round ones and pointed tops, and crossed the shells, they burst just above your bloody head, and shrapnel fly all over the place. And these bloody airbursts would come over there, and I would press myself right in the bloody stacks. I got in and pressed myself right up against the shelter, and I was shelling the bloody road. It was a dead end road. And so the bloody colonel say, "Well, go across the track. Well, drive across the track." He was driving. we come to a bloody great ditch. We come to a bloody great ditch. I reckon about 6 foot deep. What they'd cut, you see, for drain and all this. That was all land drain, and he jumped. He got out and he gave me the chuck with a bloody shovel. He say, fill that in so we can say how bloody long we got, and they'll fill a bloody great big 6 foot deep in ditch. He says, fill that in so we can get across. I say, how long we got? So we had to get back. We waited till they stopped shelling, and then we went back. Every inch, they could see every inch of the ground. So wherever you was, or what if there was a vehicle there and they felt like it, they'd let you have it.
Yeah, well, they'd got the high ground, didn't they?
Yeah, they'd got all the high ground. Yeah. Hard days they were. For the first 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks or a month, that was really hard going, and after that it was a doddle after that, because they knew they couldn't send drivers off, and we got we had got several divisions, we had 3 divisions on there at that time. But when we first got there was only our 1st division, very few men. And of course, when they counterattacked, if we'd have had the men and the machines, if they'd have landed the men and the machines, we could have been in Rome that night. The next night, easy. We could have been in Rome, but we ain't got the men. So they didn't go forward. We only went just up as far as what they called a flyover, and then we had to stop. And then they kept counterattacking and driving us back towards the sea. They're very worrying times, eh?
So when did Bernard turn up then?
Bernard turned up 3 days after. 3 days. They landed at. Bernard landed on the port of Anzio. I didn't. I landed at Peter Beach. And the Americans landed the other side of Anzio, Nettuno. And then we met up. Christ, we had things after about a fortnight, things stable. You got in one position and you more or less stayed there for several weeks, because there weren't nowhere for you to go. You couldn't advance, you couldn't go back because the sea was there, and you couldn't advance because they had all the high ground. And that was just a question of them shelling you all the bloody while, and at night then they'd keep counterattacking, and we'd have to keep holding the ground. And we was in a spinney for 2 or 3 weeks, and Americans were in there as well. And I got some photos with the Americans, didn't I? Somewhere.
Yeah, you got one with a bloke with the sombrero on.
Yeah, that's it. Larrabee, his name was. He was a Pratt, he was. Come from Virginia. And there was one bloke named Mapes, come from Texas. He was a nice bloke, but he was as thick as shit. But he was a nice bloke. He was a driver. And he used to have to go into Anzio every day, and because they used to shell Anzio, continually shelling that. They used to go down there and clear the roads and and we used to get them to bring a door. We used to say, bring us some doors back, Mapes. And we used to put the doors over the top of the dugout. We'd made a dugout. We used to put the doors over the top of the dugouts, and then sandbags over the top of that, and then dirt on top of that. So we used to make lovely. Bernard used to do that because he ain't got nothing to do. Bernard, I was on the wireless. I used to have to take me down on the wireless, but Bernard, Bernard used to be digging bloody holes all the while, and he dug a lovely one for us, for me and him. We had a posh bloody dugout with a thingy down there, and this Mapes come back one afternoon, and he'd got a barrel of wine. That was a little barrel, an oval-shaped barrel, and he brought this bloody barrel of wine back, and it ain't got a tap on. So we just say, well, we can get it out. There ain't no bloody tap. You ain't got a tap. So he said, I'll go over to the medics. They used to first aid tent or something. He said, I'll go to the tent. I'll go over to the medics and see if they got a tube or something. So he went over to the medics, his first aid place, and he come back with a length of red tube, and then we knocked a hole in the top. We stuck this tube in there, and we kept sucking this bloody wine out of the quart. That was talking about bloody vinegar. Christ, that was sharp. That was red wine. And we drank it, and I drank it. I was as pissed as a newt. I got as pissed as a newt, and I'd got to go on I was on the wireless from 10 till 12, and there was one of them American blokes. He was a lovely bloke named Walsh, and he sat down there with me in the dugout all the while. For 2 hours he sat with me because I was pissed, and I was at my turn on the set, and every time the wireless called me up, he'd say, "Yeah, come on," and I'd have to answer the wireless. Yeah, nice bloke Walsh. He was a singer in one of the bands in America. He was nice. He was a nice bloke, Walsh. And there was another little American bloke, Schwartz, little bloke. He's on that photo, Schwartz, and he was a bellhop in the Waldorf Astoria, big hotel in New York, Waldorf Astoria. That's the biggest one in there. And he lift attendant, bellhops they call them, and he met all the big noises of all the film stars. He used to tell us all the stories about all the film stars he met, and everyone, and all the dignitaries in America. He was a nice bloke. Yeah. Hard times. Yeah, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky. No, Bernard he was a driver, then he stuck in one place nearly all the while. He never, till we start moving up. He was there, but I used to have to go out every day with the bloody colonel, and he'd piss off and leave you.
Mm-hmm.
He'd piss off and leave you, and he'd be walking around the guns, and he'd leave you, and then you'd get a message to say, come and pick me up there or somewhere, and you'd go and find your bloody way where he was. Hard times.
It was, and that's like a forgotten.
It was.
That's a forgotten battle, isn't it? Because everybody, that'll be later on this year, there'll be 75 years of D-Day, and they'll be rittling on about D-Day, but you'd been in bloody Europe for I don't know how many months before they turned up.
Yeah, and Anzio was just as bad as landing at in Thingy. Not the actual landing was easy, but once you got ashore, that was all hell let loose.
Yeah.
That was all hell let loose. There weren't an inch on the beachhead that couldn't be shelled and was shelled, and Christ, every night round about tea time they used to do it. Every night planes used to come over and drop what they call butterfly bombs. They were a bloody great big canister, and they used, I think there was 40 of these little bombs, anti-personnel bombs they were, and we called them butterfly bombs. And they used to, as they come down, they had a thing on them that unscrewed, and once they were unscrewed, they'd go off, and they were full of broken ball bearings and bits of all little bits of metal. And we was playing, we'd got a ball, kicking a ball about, and used to hear these planes coming. And Christ, as soon as we used to hear these planes coming, we used to bloody well piss off, dive in your bloody dugout and get in there as quick as you can. And the dugout next to us, there was a captain and his batman. They stood in the trench looking, and one dropped in there and killed them both. Silly buggers, if they'd have gone in and got in the dugout out the way like we used to, we'd just stand there and watch the bloody things. Captain West. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back again just to have a look round. If I had the chance, I think I'd go. So they called the embankment. That was the disused railway line, and there was a few houses dotted along the other side of this embankment, and I was in there with some Royal Engineers. I was in there when we wireless set, and some Royal Engineers, and one or two odds and sods of different regiments were in there, and some more in the other one out of the way. And that's when the Jerry's were counterattacked, and bloody shells were coming over, and we had a Jewish. He was a nice bloke. He was a Jew, Ben Levy. He was a lieutenant then, and he said we better get out there together. He said we'll get over, and we'd got to go over this railway line because the other side was where the British held the other side, and there was 4 of us, and I was the third one behind. There was 2 in front of me, and we smashed the bloody wireless set up. You say smash the wireless set up, you got to go there, and we went over this thing, and there was 2 Germans come the other way, and right where we were, there was 2 Germans, and the bloke in front, he fired off his bloody magazine of the Tommy gun at these two Germans, and he missed the bloody lot. The bloody shots went over the head, and these poor bloody Germans put their hands up, and we said, get behind, if we ain't got bloody time to piss about with them. And they just buggered off. They went off over where we come from. And
but you told him to go the other way.
These 2 Germans went that way, we was going this way, and this bloke in front, he emptied his bloody Tommy gun and missed the bloody lot, missed the both of them. Good job he did. They say they'd have been dead, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They were probably thinking, what the bloody hell's going on here?
Yeah, they put the bloody hands up, poor buggers, and we said, get behind us. We thought they were going to follow us. They kept going. They were going back to their lines. And this bloody Jewish officer, he was a nice bloke, Ben Levy, he was all right. He was going to make sure he wasn't going to get captured, a Jew. And we got to the bloody road, the main road again, and we scrounged the lift. We got back all right. But I ain't got I pissed me while I smashed me wireless.
Well, why did you smash your wireless up, man?
I couldn't carry the bugger, could I?
No.
Couldn't carry a bloody wireless set, and we didn't want it to. I didn't want it to fall in the Germans, so they smashed the wireless set up. smash the walls up, we've got to get out, we've got to get out. They smash the walls up. And the other blokes did that. There was other wireless operators in there, so as me, you see, with other regiments. And he smashed the buggers up. And, it was fun and games for about a month. And then that calmed down, and that was a doddle after about a month, because the Germans found out they couldn't shift us, and we couldn't go nowhere, and that was just a stalemate. I used to shell you a bit, but nothing near so much as I did for the first 2 or 3 weeks. Christ, the first 2 or 3 weeks, that's all you got. Shells were coming down 24 hours a day. As soon as anything moved, they would shell you. And at night time, when patrols were going in and out,